Now from the north shore of the Allegheny River, there's a beautiful look at PNC Park in Pittsburgh. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Two of the game's great sluggers, McCutchen and Rizzo, are next on the show. Juan Nicasio, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent. He'll look to build on that here.
Into the box is leadoff man Jason Hayward, and we are ready for baseball.
Center fielder, Jason Hayward.
Here's a pitch taken for ball 1 as we get underway here at 7:06. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And it's been a good start to the homestand for them. They've taken 3 of the first 4, so they've had it going here. No question about that.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And to be on the beach in Hawaii tonight. 43 degrees at first pitch. 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a cold strike 2.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Backhanded. And he's set down, 1 away. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Dexter Fowler, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season.
Nope.
Lays off 1-0. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitters sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball as it holds at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Andrew McCutchen out there in that outfield. Man, he can play. Does a lot of things defensively, can go get the ball, covers a lot of ground, and has a pretty darn good throwing arm as well.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. This is hit high and deep out to left. Back on it is the left fielder at the track. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It's the Cubs 0, Pirates coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. John Lester is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, you see the ERA there. Not anything that's going to jump out, but he has been dependable. He gives his ball club a chance to win.
Number 59 comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, number 59.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
And they got a great pitching performance in the opener of this series, so if they could get anything comparable here or the rest of this road trip, you can bet they'll take it.
Lester's ready. Here's the 0-2. Got him. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, Matt, one guy that's always worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. Last month, he drove in over 20 runs. He's proven he's one of the best run producers in this lineup. And if he can continue that level of production, it's going to go a long way toward helping this team win ball games.
Josh Harrison comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
That first pitch is going to be key all night long. If he gets ahead early with the fastball, that's when he can get tough to figure out, especially with the arsenal that he has.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you can forget about trying to set up a guy. That's 5 pitches, 5 strikes.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Nope,
that misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
And if you're a pitcher, that's not the kind of call you want to be seeing. 2 batters into a ball game.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Harrison is retired, 2 down now. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. Defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Boy, you think he looks dialed in? How about 2 strikeouts and then a good pitch right there to get ahead of the number 3 hitter?
2 out, nobody on. Grounded to 3rd. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Yeah, that's a tough throw for a first baseman to try and handle. You get a look here at first. You see him stick that right leg out there trying to backhand this thing, but winds up popping right in and out of the pocket.
Stepping in now, Jung Ho Gong, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. The average for him coming in at 322. 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. A runner on first with 2 away. Sent on the ground out to second. Zobrist is there. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Pirates leave 1 after 1 No score. Chris Bryant will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, I'll tell you what, I have him in my lineup every day. He's had 8 RBIs over his last 10 games. Yesterday was just a little bit of an off day for him.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone because a few inches lower and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these 2 teams sit in relation to one another. Kyle Schwarber will come forward now, back in the lineup after being used as a pinch hitter last night. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Line to the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
The minute he hits that, he's thinking it's a base hit all the way, but it's one of those situations where you get penalized for hitting the ball too hard. And this stayed up long enough to find the outfielder's glove out there.
Here's Addison Russell. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 268 the average for him coming in. 4 home runs and a dozen RBIs. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. That's a great job there just to hold off.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And that misses 2-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, it looked like he had things in control to start him out. Now he's running from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last one wasn't even close.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Matt Joyce will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday.
Matt Joyce.
cut fastball taken for strike one. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. Lester has his target. Here it is on 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and on this pitch right here, you got to make up your mind just a little more quickly up there. This is a ball that you got to think about maybe taking to left field, but instead, his swing is just a little bit late. He pulls off a little bit, and now he's going to go sit down.
Francisco Cervelli will step forward now. Currently third in the National League batting race to begin playing.
And he has a top 5 slugging percentage as well, so there's a lot of extra base hits to go along with that stellar average.
And a nice changeup that time from Lester to start things out. It's 0-1. There are the batting leaders in the National League, of which we spoke just a moment ago. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he misses with it, 1-1. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. A pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
To 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. Hard liner to center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean smoked. But he ends up with nothing, and his average is going to go down.
Here's Jordy Mercer now. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. The numbers coming in. He's at 255. 1 home run and 4 RBIs. The windup and the 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Chris Coughlin will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the 3rd inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Well, nothing better than a first pitch pop-up to start the inning. And you'll take that every time.
Stepping in, John Lester. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
And he takes this one high, 1-1. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
Wow, he is spotting that fastball on a dime here early on.
Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Well, the reason he's having the success he's had so far comes down to one main reason. He's changing speeds effectively. And you saw it in evidence right there. That's what you got to do to be a big-time pitcher.
Ben Zobrist will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Into the windup and the pitch. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. McCutchen is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Sean Rodriguez digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
First baseman, Sean Rodriguez.
Cut fastball in there for a called strike. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Right back, same pitch, also knee high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes Hayward. Still going back. Gone! Solo shot to right center. And the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
This is just their first hit of the night, but what a hit it was. He squares up on this thing perfectly and just drives it over the wall. That had some serious hang time to it.
Standing in now, Juan Nicasio. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. That last home run, officially 406 feet. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning.
That's the way you want to see guys respond after giving up a home run. You know, some guys, they go into a shell, they hang their heads. Some guys get a little gun shy, they start to nibble at the corners. This guy, he gets teed off, and he comes right after the next guy in the lineup. If I'm a pitching coach, that's what I want to see.
Into the box now, number 59. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And a heck of an effort over there at first, but it'll be for naught as this is a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Hard liner toward short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
The batter, number 5.
And that's one of those plays where you might need to reinforce the laces on your glove after this inning ends. This is a fastball, and it is hammered. I mean, hammered out there. But he's going to wind up with nothing to show for it.
Josh Harrison stands in. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. That's in there on the outer half, 1-2 now.
And this has been a pretty good comeback from that leadoff home run. 2 straight outs now and 2 strikes here as well.
Lester into his motion. Here's the 1-2. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Heading for second is Harrison. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Well, this guy's been in desperate need of anything, something. Give him something positive. So this is just what the doctor ordered. It's a mistaken location, no doubt about that. And when a guy's scuffling, this is like a gift from heaven as he jumps all over it and drives it for 2 bases.
First pitch of the at-bat. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tried to backdoor him with another breaking pitch right there, and they're staying away from the fastball so far, at least in this at-bat.
A little bit outside. 2-1. Nothing inside here, at least not to start the at-bat, and I imagine that's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swing hard liner to left center. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The run scores from second. It's a 2-0 ball game, and he'll make it in there with a 2-out double. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. stepping in and ready for another shot, Jung Ho Gong. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one, 1-0. Problems compounding here after a smooth start to the game.
Yeah, whoever that guy was that pitched the first 2 innings, he hasn't shown up yet in the third. He's looked like a completely different guy.
A 1-0 delivery. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
Oof, that's a heck of a challenge there, especially with 2 outs and a base open.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. Pittsburgh leads this one 2-0. Jason Hayward will stand in to begin their half of the 4th, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. And a base hit, the first of the game for the Cubs.
Oh, you talk about being comfortable at the plate. That's the way he's feeling it right now. 9 straight games with that base hit now.
Into the box now, Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3, but it's not in time, and they'll just get the 1.
First baseman number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Digging in, Anthony Rizzo. He flew out in his last at-bat. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they'll hold the lead runner at third, but the batter does end up making it to second with only 1 away.
Hard hit ball right here, right down the line. And you be the judge. Is this fair or is it foul? Whew, that's awfully close. It looked like it indeed hopped right over the bag, and that's all it's got to do. He's going to wind up at second base here with 2 bases.
Chris Bryant will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
All right, you're down 2 here. You've got the tying runs in scoring position with 1 out. This has to be a productive at-bat. Even if you don't reach base, you've got to get that guy in from third.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. Both guys topping out at 95 miles an hour. So striding in, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's now a 2-2 ball game.
Up next for the Cubs,
Addison Russell is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
That's a ball.
There's a fastball to start him off, but that misses for ball 1.
And now this is all about minimizing damage out there on the mound. He's got to regroup, and he's got to do it quick, or this game will get away from him.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
One pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 2-2. Matt Joyce is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
right fielder, Matt Joyce.
Lester gets the sign. First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. A quick out number 1.
Now batting.
Oh, pretty flashy with the leather right there. This is all the way over on the second base side of the bag. And if he decides to leave this one for the second baseman, forget about it. It's a base hit.
Into the box, Francisco Cervelli. As he'll take a look at ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1.
And after that call, you know he's got to be turning around to say something like, hey, you know what? This guy doesn't need any help.
Fly ball out to straightaway right field. There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2.
If you're going to go the other way with a pitch, you've got to be committed to it. You can't just have a lazy swing and pop the ball out to right field. That's not going to do you any good.
Here's Jordy Mercer now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. This is line to left. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Well, he'd had some high-stress innings here so far. It was looking like he turned a corner and was on his way to a much-needed 1-2-3, but he's going to have to get in the stretch here after all.
Striding into the box, Sean Rodriguez. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
First delivery to him on the way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, sometimes after 2 outs, you can let your guard down out there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Juan Nicasio stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Hayward moves over. And that ends the inning. Pirates strand a couple. We'll head to the 5th, tied at 2. Chris Coughlin heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
The left fielder, number 8, Chris Coughlin.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
In the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. 1 out.
Now batting, pitcher, John Lester.
John Lester comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. He looks to be back in control now here in the 5th as that swung on and missed. It's 0-2 now.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Nope.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
A few groans from the faithful here. They wanted strike 3.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
And again, they try to take him down in the strike zone just to see if he'll go after that pitch below the knees. But with 2 strikes, he's been able to lay off that thing now twice in a row.
And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these 2 guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Ben Zobrist is at the plate now, flied out in his first at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. 0-1, here's the pitch.
Nope.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Cervelli has a play, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cubs are down in order. Halfway home, tied 2 apiece. Number 59 will be the batter, 0 for 2 thus far.
Left fielder, number 59.
First offering on its way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Towards second. And a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Maybe even a half heartbeat considering how fast his heart is beating right now. But he's on it all the way, and he winds up making the play.
Josh Harrison steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
And he takes ball 1.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. That one's more like it, he says. Back to 2-1 now.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Digging in now, Andrew McCutchen. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he did a good job to go down and get one in his last at-bat, but I got to think he'll be looking for a pitch that he can drive right here.
And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike. Squared that one up just a little late. Got him swinging in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates. Through 5, all even at 2-2. Jason Hayward will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Oh, and he misses it. So he'll hold on at first following the single to right. Make it 2 hits for him here this evening. And as we take a look at the Cubs leaders in that department, you can see he's right at the top leading this Chicago roster.
Yeah, and when a guy can post numbers like that, his teammates just expect him to produce game after game. He's a hitting machine for them.
First pitch on its way. Dexter Fowler stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
sharply hit ball back up the middle. And that'll get down for a base hit.
There you go. Back-to-back singles here to open up the inning, have him set up in a good position to break this deadlock.
Anthony Rizzo steps in here. He'll look to keep it going after hitting a double and scoring a run last time up. Hit out towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
This team's got plenty of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but 3 straight singles will do the job as well.
Chris Bryant will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
That evens it up 1-1. Three runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he will somehow keep his eye on the baseball there as he has it for a big out number 1.
And on a night when the temperature is in the 40s, this one's going to sting for a while. No doubt about that.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
That changeup away is his ground ball pitch. That's a good job to hold off.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. High in the air out to center field. McCutchen has a beat on it. 2 down. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning.
A little bit of a risk there with 2 away. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Addison Russell strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. On a great pitch there, caught him reaching. It's 1-1.
And this has been his problem all night long. Just keeps going after pitches that he should be watching.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. This is well struck, high and deep toward the left field corner. And it's a foul ball according to the ump down the line. Awfully close that time. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. All right, here comes our umpiring crew with their ruling. And it is a home run. They overturned their initial ruling, as they say this, in fact, was inside the foul pole. How about that?
The left fielder, number 8, Chris Coughlin.
Now here's Clint Hurdle out of the Pittsburgh dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger, as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Jared Hughes will come on in relief now, as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season.
Jared Hughes.
In now, Chris Coughlin, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. Hit to third. Gung's got it. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's the Cubs 6 and the Pirates 2. Leading off the inning, Jung-Ho Kang, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
And that's in there for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ooh, you might have felt the squeeze on that one. That might just change the whole complexion of the at-bat.
Line toward the gap in left center. Hayward is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now after the 4-run inning, we'll get to see if he approaches things any differently now that he's working with the lead. You know, you figure the approach will be similar, but that's a good job anyway of getting the first out here.
Matt Joyce will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Coughlin shading to his right. 2 gone.
There you get a look at his pitches by inning so far. Really, the only bad one was that 3rd inning.
Francisco Cervelli will dig in now. He's lined out and flied out in 2 trips.
Been hitting the ball pretty well, though, despite the over so far.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
And it's quickly 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Down and away. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
And this guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Back here in Pittsburgh, getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. John Lester is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
John Lester.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Ben Zobrist will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if he can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
Nope, and this is low, ball 1. Grounded up the first baseline. Rodriguez comes up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Center fielder, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Hit to first. Rodriguez takes it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it 6-2. Leading off the inning, Jordy Mercer, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a high strike there. 0-1. High strikes probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret you've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Yeah, good start to the inning there. You could see him really turn on this pitch and drive at that time. It'll wind up popping over the wall out there, but no matter. He was going to be in easily with 2 anyway.
Sean Rodriguez will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Lester sets. First pitch on the way. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. Rizzo over to his left. Throw on to first in time, one away.
Well, interesting ploy here. He's already beaten these guys with the long ball. Now he's trying to play a little bit of small ball and bunt his way on. A good play here, takes care of him though. But for me, you got to use all your weapons as a hitter.
Gregory Polanco will get a chance with a runner in scoring position here as he'll pinch hit now with one away.
Gregory Polanco.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. One out and a runner on second base. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Fowler over to his right. He's got it, and there are two down now. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with two away now.
Now batting.
And you know, he really doesn't have to throw that changeup all that much for it to be an effective pitch. And you can see what his breakdown is so far.
Number 59 will stand in for the fourth time now. Still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. Two strikes on him now. Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Strike three called, and the inning is over. One left for Pittsburgh. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Jay Hornet will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Jay Hornet.
Dexter Fowler will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike one. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a liner, but this will be a foul ball. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Hard hit towards center. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Anthony Rizzo steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Line drive to center field, and that's in there, base hit.
And the rich keep getting richer. 2 straight hits to start the inning, and now they can really look to salt this one away.
Chris Bryant will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all or nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike one. First and second here with nobody out. Chopped foul right at home plate. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
Well, it's been a long afternoon for this guy. A couple of strikeouts to go along with that 0 for 4, but you know there's going to be better days ahead for this guy because he can play.
Kyle Schwarber will stand in. He flew out his last time up. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're going to beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Still now on 1 and 2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Yeah, and he's been able to turn this inning around after back-to-back hits got this thing started. He's responded with 2 strikeouts, and here's the last one. Just a good job of bouncing back and not pitching tight out there.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will get foul for strike 2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. 2 down, runners at first and second. Frozen on the fastball, never had a chance, and the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. They lead it 6-2. Leading off the inning, Josh Harrison, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Josh Harrison.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0.
Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. And he lays off there, 1-0.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
All even now, 2-2. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Jung Ho Gong stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
When he starts leaving that curveball up, that's a sign he's getting a little tired out there. He's got to be able to get on top of that pitcher. He's going to get hurt.
The 0-1 on its way. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Fowler. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. On to first, and they get the double play. 1 hit's all they get. 9th inning coming up. Cubs lead it 6-2. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. 9th inning about to start in this one. Chris Coughlin stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Archimedes Caminero will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Oh, 0-1 is a splitter that misses for the first ball. And he'll come back with 1 1/3 as the count moves to 2-1 now. Here it comes. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Now batting, the pitcher, John
Jorge Soler will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
number 68, Jorge Soler.
And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
And a called strike on the outside corner there. It's full now, 3-2.
Yeah, 97 will get up on you in a hurry, especially when it's your first AB of the night and you're just settling in.
Back to the mound and off his leg. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. And they keep rolling here. They're runners at the corners with still nobody out. So it appears he's going to leave the game here as he favors that left leg. Hoping that it's not too serious, however, as he's able to get off on his own power. Ryan Vogelsong will be summoned now to take over following the injury.
Number 14, Ryan Vogelsong.
Ben Zobrist will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
As a hitter here, you've got to make him get the ball up. You don't go swinging at pitches that are down in the zone and more likely to turn into double play balls.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, curveball, then changeup here on the first couple pitches. Now might be the time to see him run that fastball in on his hands. Maybe try and get this guy to pop something up.
Runners at the corners here, nobody out. Swing and a liner, but foul. 1-2, here it comes. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And we should take a look at this again on Show Track. This is one of those at-bats he's not going to want to watch again because that ball's a foot outside. Not what he wants to be doing up there.
Here's Jason Hayward now as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Catch made here in medium deep right center, and the runner's breaking from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
And at this point, every added run just makes it more and more likely that they're going to get out of here with a victory. And they tack on one more here on the sacrifice fly.
Settling in now, Dexter Fowler. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. He's set. Here it comes. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Inside corner, a ball and a strike. And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is back control at its finest right there.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Two men are on with 2 men out. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
A 2-out hit here would be nice, but a 2-out walk wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And they set up away with the fastball, but it misses. 3-1.
Now 3-1, you can afford to look middle in and really turn on something if you get it.
And a surprising intentional walk here as that will now load the bases.
Now batting, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
Chris Bryant will stand in another dangerous spot here in the inning as this ball game is hanging on the precipice of getting out of hand.
Yeah, I think you have to get this guy if you're going to have any chance of sticking around. Even a single here might put this one out of reach.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
He's still got to make one more big pitch, but this is a great start with the bases loaded.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Chicago. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cubs 7 and the Pirates 2. Pedro Strop will come in and pitch now.
Pitching for the Cubs, number 46, Pedro Strop.
Striding in to start the ninth, Matt Joyce. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Just missing here, 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
This is one of those guys that you can spend all your time in the video room watching what his pitches look like, but until you get out there and see it firsthand, you just have no idea how much his stuff moves around.
Into the box now, Francisco Cervelli, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Hits this one hard the other way. Oh, look at Bryant. He's up with it. The throw. He's out.
Woo, no problem. Well, you might remember this guy made an error earlier in the game, but can he make up for it right here? I'll say yes, he can. That's just a super play to lay himself out, and he takes away a hit.
Here's Jordy Mercer now, as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Barring any late turnaround, the win would belong to John Lester. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Taken, called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. Zobrist is there for it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
And guys, the Cubs were given an excellent outing on the mound here by this man, John Lester. Don't put that card in your bicycle spokes. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he wound up turning things over to his bullpen in the ninth, but still, 8 strong innings for him. And he was hitting his spots all game long.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 7-2. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 7 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base.